Stokely pointed out, I always refer to Stokely's uncle. Stokely would always say that, we have to define racism. And racism is if you want to lynch me, that's your problem. But if you have the power to lynch me, that's my problem. Right. And so it's a power construct, and it's about systems. Right. It's about systems and institutionalized racism. And so one of the things that I've always talked about is the fact that if you take this pandemic, if you want to peel the layers back, you would appreciate this, because now we have data. We have data that shows us that Black people are dying disproportionately, and Native Americans. And the question is why? And I go back and I'm like, it's not just, get more vitamin D, stop drinking and stop smoking. It's the fact that, as I outlined in My Vanishing Country, like, you grow up in a food desert where you can't have healthy food alternatives. You're drinking dirty water. You're breathing in polluted air. You live next to a brownfield or a manufacturing plant. You're going to schools that are broken down. I mean, all of these things contribute to the comorbidities, contribute to the preventable diseases. And then you overlay a pandemic. I mean, hell, like, the saying, when America gets a cold, Black folk get the flu. Well, now America has COVID and Black folk are dying. And that is the reason why, because of these systemic injustices we have in this country. And so right now, racism and those systemic racism is killing people two ways: through COVID and, on the streets at the hands of law enforcement. And, we haven't really addressed that. And one of the ways that, we've peeled the layer back when we look at the data, I think that, when you talk about a UBI, that is one way that's one way in which we can help improve some of these systems and improve the culture in many of these communities. Well,
to me, Bakari, and I said this on the trail, words hurt, numbers kill. If you have systemic poverty and people have high blood pressure and all these, diabetes and all these health problems because they live in a food desert. They're food insecure. They don't know where their next rent check or paycheck's going to come from. That's also very, very stressful. You have like elevated mental health problems and anxiety and everything else. That like the numbers are the thing that we can actually address. If we all get together as a country and say, hey, guess what? We're tired of people being poor, $2,000 a month. And this is what Martin Luther King was fighting for when he was killed. And, to me, his memory has just been sanitized. You have this like celebrate his birthday. Oh. Like, I have a dream. And it's like, you don't see every freaking year. It's like universal basic income. Let's like just give everyone